Good morning from the creek. So what I've discovered today is the creek is very dry, and I had been here. This is the dry or discovery of the old creek bed, which is just here. So you can see the old creek bed. It runs from one side of this creek on about a 45 to the other side, and I was bait pumping in here and getting some okay gold. What I've decided to do today is, normally this stuff would be all underwater. You wouldn't see this stuff, and you'd hit it with the shovel and you'd think it's bedrock, and it is bedrock, but these fractured bedrock. I'm hoping I'm going to get a pan of gravels out of here. I've got my bucket here with the screen that I've just thrown a couple little specks of dirt on there, a few little bits of this fractured stuff. I'm going to dig a pan of this out. The water's 20 metres away. I'm going to carry one pan of gravels and just see what comes out of here. See if there's any gold. So let's see what happens. So there you have it. That's about half a pan of the dirt where I was digging. Now I'm going to try a slightly different little area, pretty much in the same crevice, but just in towards the bank a bit more, and we'll see what that reveals. But I'm happy with that. See what happens. So that's the little bit that I've cleaned out there. There still is a little bit of stuff there, but I'll wait till the end and we'll probably bring some buckets of water in and bait pump that stuff up. Now the part I'm working on is this part here. I'm going to get all the rock off there. As you can see, I've got some already, and that'll be the next pan that I'll be doing. So I'll clean all that up, sort of like that, and then we'll do a pan and see what happens. Alright, so that's what I've got from the second pan of that little area I just showed you. A couple of bits of lead and quite a few nice pieces of gold. So off to the next little part. I'll show you in a second. So first, second part. Also, I'm going to come back here and bait pump this later. This is the next bit. So I'm going to dig this ground here and possibly that little lump here with the broken clay. Now I've explained this probably before, but this is probably a good demonstration. So once it hits summertime like this and our creeks start running out of water, this is what happens. The clay contracts because it's drying out, because it was wet and it expanded. And these little cracks here, when the first floods come through and the gold starts travelling down, drop into these little cracks. The clay expands and captures and holds that gold. Some of the stuff is going to make it all its way down. The other thing that happens is the bedrock, because of the heat, expands, also making crevices for the gold to drop out in. So next bucket, or next pan I should say, is coming out of here probably, and probably there. Just depends how much gravel I get out of there, how deep that goes. So let's see what happens. Alright, things are getting interesting. So I did say I was going to do that section and this section. Never even got there. I only had enough room in my pan for the gravels there. And here's the results. Nice, very nice, and one piece of lead. So next pan. Alright. I got good gold there, got good gold there. I got the best gold there. So now, we're going to try right there. I'm just going to go over. Before I go here, I'm going to go over. So that's my next plan. Is right there. Right in there. Let's see what happens. Alright, so as I said, I've started in this area. There was a bit of bedrock. You can see here, there's a crack going down there. There was another piece just there. What I've sort of half discovered is a void in here. A void with some gravel. I'm going to leave that bit. I'm going to work any more of this. I'm going to do that the next pan. There's enough gravel in there to clean off. I'm going to see what was in there. Obviously I've got stuff here where my foot is as well, but I'm going to see if there's a big nuggy stuck behind that stuff. But this is fun, a bit different. Going to work all the way along here. The last time I showed this spot before, the gravel bed is here. You can see the clay bank. So I believe the creek used to run through here. We're on bedrock. Definitely looking at that. I'm definitely looking at the cracks above there as well, with the bedrock that's going to come out nice and easy. But let's see what comes out of this next pan. Okay, so you've seen where I just dug. Probably the worst pan of today. Look, I'm not complaining. There's some nice pieces in there. Just not the quantity that I was hoping for. And no lead. So, I suppose the name of the game is trying and experimenting. So, what do we do next? What would you do? What would be your thing? Well, I'll explain what my thinking is and what my thing is going to be. So, got excellent gold there. Got reasonable gold there, a little bit less than here. Got gold here that was pretty damn good as well. Not a big spec count there. And that could mean that I'm just not into the right bit just yet. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the gravel just off the top here and just there, and the gravel off the top there. I'm going to knock all that into this hole. I'm going to dig it, throw it into the pan and see what comes out of there. So I dug some of the gravels from the top there and in there a little bit. I didn't even get to those ones. And the spec count's gone up again. But after getting that magic pan out of here, I'm now inclined to move. Move me bucket out of my way. Because we're always putting our bucket and our equipment on the best gold. So now, I'm going to go this way. I've got all this to work. All this to work. Got some deeper crevices in there. What do we want to do? Let's go this deep crevice. This was where the gold was not good when I was trying up here. But I'm going to try here. I didn't probably get into that, as you can see. I'm going to try this clay. I'm going to try and lift it all out and see what's going on. So let's see what happens. So done our pan out of here. There are the other spots. So I've just moved up a little bit. And there we go. Where to next? Got ground everywhere. Today we're testing, we're looking. I'm going to try here. This deeper crevice. I'm going to pull that stuff out. Have a look what's in that. I've moved to a slightly different location. Gold started to teether out a little bit. So up above what you can see is a tree up here, and you can see, and there's some bedrock there as well. Large bit of bedrock. It sort of goes like a V. It comes to this bedrock, and the lowest point of this bedrock is here. I've moved a few of the larger rocks that were just sitting here. I'm going to take out some of these larger rocks and get into these gravels. This would be a nice tight pinch point, and hopefully there's some gold dropping out. So that is the plan. See what happens. Right, so dug that little section there. Not a great deal of gold, so moving again.